There's this kind of funny phenomenon, I think, when you ask a lot of people in aerospace why they like it. I think most people's fundamental answer is a very youthful, you look up at the sky and you think it's wonderful and amazing. It comes from the fundamental human idea of wanting to explore, wanting to know more and wanting to see beyond where you are. I would say rugby and aerospace are both really about pushing the boundaries of what can be, whether that's pushing yourself and pushing your teammates or pushing what we know about our universe. I think rugby is really incredible in helping you learn discipline, confidence, and making you stronger in every way, making you better able to work in a team, to rely on yourself and believe in yourself. Learning from those around you, I think people can learn all of those things and more from rugby, and those are all things that you very much need to be able to succeed in aerospace. It speaks to that relationship and those shared qualities between the two.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time now to meet the teams. Zoë Koniaris.
My name is Zoë Koniaris. I'm a senior on the rugby team and in the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. Rugby is really about teamwork and connection.
What do you love about rugby?
I like a lot of things about rugby. It's a really intense game. I'm the kind of person who likes that kind of intensity. You really get pushed to your physical and mental limits. I like the idea of sharpen your inner steel. Rugby really gives you a chance to do that. My freshman year, I came to Princeton not associated with athletics at all. I knew I wanted to study engineering. I had no plans to play sports necessarily. I went to the club fair at the beginning of freshman year, and women's rugby was club. That was their last club year. I went to a first rookie practice. I had a lot of fun, and then I just kept coming. I just like to really throw myself into things. Club was really fun because our history is really well documented, really interesting. Our team in 95, 96, I think, had a 57 game win streak, which is crazy. I think we were undefeated my freshman year, and then beginning of my sophomore year, we became a varsity team. Primarily, it was really exciting to have this promotion and to have so much hype from the university and from our alumni and everyone really looking to us and being really excited. Things changed a little bit once we got promoted up to varsity and to NCAA, and the level of competition just got so much higher. Adjusting to that higher level of competition was something that was really challenging to do, to go from an undefeated season to a season where we are getting beat a lot of the time really significantly. It was really humbling in a lot of ways. It's definitely been a big process of learning, working really hard, bonding with our teammates in those times, and seeing what we can get done to represent the program and represent Princeton. I've asked several car lab people if they want to race our robot. I'm one of the co-presidents of the Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering Undergraduate Student Council. Try to represent the interests of the MAE students in the department and try to build a sense of community. I'm also in a robotics class. It's called Mechanical Design. I'm in a team of about 10 students. We're designing a robot to navigate through a course to deliver a med kit to a victim in distress. We're working together to design the robot. We have our design mostly finished, and now we've started actually machining the parts together.
We are currently working on all of the final little details.
I worked mostly on the wheel brackets.
I built also the frame and the suspension system.
This is our first time building a robot like this. I've had some programming experience, but definitely this is much harder than whatever I've done before.
One of the greatest skills that a lot of people that do sports especially is being able to work as both a teammate and as a leader. Even if you're not leading the team, being able to take charge and say, hey, this subsystem is my responsibility, I'm gonna own it, and being able to delegate tasks or being able to just sit there and just dig deep and work until that problem is solved is invaluable. And I see that a lot in Zoe.
I would like to help push the boundaries of like human space exploration specifically. Me personally, I would really like to see us put people on Mars. Humans want to explore. Getting people to Mars just feels like such a huge step in like scientific advancement and exploration. And if we do want to eventually discover life on other planets, like Mars is the first place we want to start. I'm really passionate about supporting women in engineering and aerospace specifically. I applied to be a Brooke Owens Fellow about a year ago. It's a really incredible program for women and gender minority students in aerospace. I think the most important thing that you get out of the fellowship experience is a huge network of other women and gender minorities working in aerospace and getting to know so many people who are so passionate about the same things you're passionate about. I thought that was an incredible opportunity that I was afforded. Fun fact, there are 2 rugby players who are now NASA astronauts, Jessica Watkins and Anne McLean. It speaks to how rugby and aerospace and that passion for like space exploration are kind of related. In aerospace and in rugby, you both obviously work in teams, and teamwork is incredibly important, and you have to share the load. If you're in the defensive line, you're all like literally in a line together, and anybody who runs directly in front of you or a little bit to either side is your tackle to make. If you're not doing your job, the integrity of the entire defensive line is at risk. But you still have the option of coming in to supporting each other as long as you do it in like a strategic and intentional way. I would say the same could be said for engineering, intentionally supporting each other and working together in constructive ways while also each person individually holding themselves accountable.
Princeton win its first varsity game.
It's cool to look back at the history of the team and see how much things have changed over time, and we've tried so hard to lead the team through the transitions that we've been through. I hope when I'm watching games in like 10, 20 years that the players can look back and appreciate the arc of what the team has been through. It's really empowering to see women go out and play a sport that's so gritty, so intense, so physical, and to see people really succeed at that. Rugby and the growth of the sport as a whole is going to be inseparable from me for the rest of my life.
Princeton scores again.
Koniaris is able to earn her second.
Something that I feel so passionately about and that I think is so important for building up women in general. It's been really incredible to see all the growth of the team, how much our hard work is really paying off. I want to be involved in growing the sport and empower women forever. I'm just excited to see how that trajectory can continue.